Today was the CoD World War II reveal, and I thought this reveal would be all campaign, so I wasn't really planning on making a video about it because I'm just personally not too interested in the campaign. But we actually got a bit of multiplayer and like a tad of zombies information, if you call it that. But onto the multiplayer information, which was most pertinent. There was like 4 or 5 things that I thought was pretty interesting. One was the war game mode, which I initially thought this would be the war game mode that we're used to, but it's actually a narrative-driven like scenario combat event. I thought of Battlefield 1's Operations when they said this, and it's basically just a game mode that you play, but before the match you're given like some backstory about the match, about like a realistic like war scenario that occurred, and then you like play that scenario out. So for an example, like maybe one could be the D-Day invasion, where if you spawn as the Allies for whatever reason, which would suck by the way, you start off in the boats and you have to storm the beach, and then if you start off as the Axis, you just have to defend the beach. I mean, some people may like it. That doesn't really sound too fun to me, because if they go super realistic, one side might have like a huge advantage, like in the D-Day example, like I said. The Axis would have like an absurd advantage. Yes, the Allies did prevail eventually, but that like is one of the most unfair scenarios. I guess war isn't supposed to be fair, but like the deck was really stacked in the Axis's favor, just because like the positioning they had with like the mounted MGs and the bunkers and everything. But onto the headquarters mode, which was basically just a social space. You may see screenshots floating around that say that there's max 48 players in the game, and a lot of people presume this to mean that there's going to be 24 versus 24 in the base game. I think this is either for the social space or for war. But getting into what the social space is, this is basically just like if you played Destiny, it's like the tower, or really any MMO, which is like the town where you can socialize with people, trade. There's a lot of vendors there. It's just basically nonsense. I expect it to be like an interactive menu. I think there are some really cool things they could do with it, like maybe player trading or player auction houses where you can auction off your loot that you don't need or trade it to another player. I really doubt they'll do that, but that would be a really good thing for the players to have. I think the firing range will return in some way in this, but what I really hope they capitalize most on with this mode is the clan wars and clans feature. I know a lot of people didn't like clan wars, I didn't mean to say that, but just clans in general. I know a lot of people didn't like clan wars, so like that isn't the only option. They can make clan wars be its own playlist and go back to the clan ops and the lone wolf ops that they had in previous games like Black Ops 2 and MW3. I think that would be really great, and that it's really fun to participate in, especially with all the loot that we have now with like scrap and crypto keys and just a bunch of the stuff, all the customization we have now. I feel like clans and just like other activities that motivate you to play the game in certain ways, like even the lone wolf ops, it's a strictly solo thing. Maybe they can make it to where you even have to be playing solo when you do it, so that like, I know an issue with that was some people would play in a party and just one person would get all the confirms and kill confirmed, for example. But just make it to where you have to play solo and do it, and I feel like it'll really motivate the community to reach certain goals and play certain ways that like wouldn't naturally occur, and it makes this a game more fun for everybody. But on to clans, I think clans are a pretty important like part of the Call of Duty community, and that if you're in a clan, it can be a lot of fun to just play with the same group of regular people, even if it's not an organized clan, but just playing with the same group of organized people often is a lot of fun, and clans give most people the easiest way to do this if they don't have a lot of friends that play. And even if it isn't clan wars, there's new ideas they could have for clan activities and rewards to give clans. Even just not even having activities, but just like having your XP contribute to it and unlocking things can be fun for some people. So I think they should definitely consider having clans in some way, but they really need to balance it out and make sure that the community is happy with it. I'm not saying that there should just be clan wars again like in AW and Ghost, which I personally would enjoy a lot, but I know a lot of people don't like that. Next we had divisions. This honestly sounds to me like mission teams, character customization, or just pretty much nothing. They described it as like a new unique way to customize your character and loadout or something like that, and the examples they gave was airborne, infantry, and tanker, I think. And this led a lot of people to believe that they're gonna have like vehicles in the game, which I really hope they don't. Maybe they'll be in war game mode, I could see that being a thing. But yeah, I think this is really just gonna be way overstated, like way under, I don't know what I should say. Like, it's less important than they made it out to seem. With these reveals, they make everything seem like it's a big deal. Yeah, I just really don't expect much from this mode. I expect it to just be like some new sort of character customization that maybe makes people feel more attached to their character, and it would probably contribute to some things within like the headquarters and war game mode, if I had to guess. Finally, the last like piece of multiplayer information that we got was that there will be the beta again, which is great. I think this benefits everybody. I know some people think it like kills the hype for the game, and I could see that, which upon release, if you've already played the game, it's less exciting for you. But I think overall this is good for the community. It's good for consumers to try out the game before they play it, and it's good for developers to learn what the issues are, really troubleshoot issues before the game comes out, such as like technical issues or even just game balance. I think the beta really just benefits everybody more than it hurts anybody. Now onto the co-op, we got that zombies was basically confirmed, and the way they described it was more narrative driven. They use the word narrative a lot. I'm not sure if they use it for zombies, but they use it for pretty much everything else, and I think they used it for zombies, so I'm going to say they did. And they said it's going to be more horror than previous zombies installments, which I really hope they actually deliver upon that. Sledgehammer actually made Dead Space, if I remember correctly, or maybe some of the developers worked on both games. But yeah, Dead Space is one of the best horror games ever made in my opinion, so I really hope if they can really capitalize on the horror element. And they describe the story as the Axis getting desperate as the Allies advance towards Germany, and they need to like raise an undead army. So that sounds interesting. So it's gonna be zombies. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be great. Whatever. You kill stuff, survive. It's fun. That's basically it for the like main important information to, in my opinion, that we got from this World War II reveal. Comment down below what you're most excited for in CoD World War II. And thanks for watching this video.